All right, guys, welcome back to another edition of the Off to 56 YouTube Live. Every Wednesday at 12 o'clock, we're going to try to go live, as we mentioned before. I've considered changing this to later in the afternoon, but at this time, it's easier for us to do it at noon. So hopefully you guys can tune in either now or watch the recording later. As always, we're going to talk about a little things going on in San Diego.
Yep.
From local restaurant happenings, openings and closings, new developments in San Diego, and of course, the real estate market.
Real estate. We are first and foremost real estate agents.
We are real estate agents, so we do this for fun, but we also would like to buy and sell homes here in San Diego.
Right.
So if you guys ever need help buying or selling here in San Diego, we'd love to help you out.
Yeah.
Okay, so what have you seen in the news recently, Courtney? Anything exciting that you wanted to talk about today?
Anything exciting about San Diego? Well, I mean, sports-wise, it was a pretty big deal that we had our first game over the weekend at
San Diego
Football Club at Snapdragon Stadium. Which
I knew a lot of people went to that one.
I saw a lot of people posting on social media about being there, and Manny Machado was there, and as he is a partial owner.
I think he is.
Part owner, which is a really big deal and very exciting because the women's team is finished for the season.
Yeah,
correct?
I think they do.
So the men's and the women's,
yeah.
So I mean, I thought that was a pretty big deal happening over the weekend.
That was
exciting.
Game. They won their first actual game against the Galaxy.
I saw that. And what was the outcome of the home game here?
It was 0-0. Real barn burner here in San Diego.
That's how soccer goes, I think.
But overall, it's nice to have another professional sports team here in San Diego. So
exactly.
it should be a nice addition to San Diego and Snapdragon Stadium.
Obviously Snapdragon's great. There's great food vendors. It's a pretty easy to access location. Yep. They're working out the parking kinks. They're going to get that figured out.
Year 3 of Snapdragon. Still that parking is kind of a nightmare.
I know. And you're like a parking expert. So I feel like they should probably consult you. And
I feel like they should just give me a parking spot. That'd
be great. Or you could help them plan the parking.
This is true. This is true.
But then also I was going to mention you went the other night to a Clippers game
on another
up at the Front Wave Arena.
Which is
Carlsbad, Oceanside.
So Front Wave Arena, if you guys do not know, is where the G League Clippers game or Clippers team play. Also, they do other events like concerts and other. I think the San Diego Sockers, which is the indoor soccer team, is also there. Also, let us know if you guys can hear us, because I always have trouble with the audio here. So if you do not hear any words coming out of our mouths, let us know in the comments.
Let us know.
And also let us know where you're watching from too as well. But yes, Front Wave Arena, super cool arena. It is pretty up there.
Oh, okay. See, I haven't been.
Like north end of, the north end of San
north
Diego
end,
County.
like practically to Camp Pendleton?
Almost. I mean, it's right by the 76 freeway, kind of up in that general direction.
78?
No, 78 and then 76 is above it.
Oh, gosh. See? Whoa.
So
you're even
if
further.
your kids are in club soccer, you know where this is, because it's where they all have all the tournaments up there. So it's literally right next door to that.
So if you're coming from downtown, that's about an hour drive.
Maybe even a little bit longer. From here, it took us like 42 minutes or something to get there. So if you're downtown, probably an hour-ish, give or take.
All right.
But it is a cool arena. It's 7,500 seat arena. And, and there's not really a bad seat in the house.
Yeah. What would you say for... what was the were they at capacity the night that you were there?
I don't imagine they sell out on a regular basis.
Okay.
But I would say it was probably 3/4 full.
Okay.
So it was pretty. It was against the San Diego Lakers G League team. So we were hoping.
What is G League?
It's like the minor league team for basketball.
Okay. All right. Is there? I mean, I understand that. I just where is it in the ranking?
There's only one.
Got it. So it's just you're either
in
the NBA or you're G League. Okay, got it. There's not. It's not like baseball where there's AA, AAA, all that.
No, not for basketball. They've only had the G League for the last I don't even know how long, 8 to 10 years, but this is the first time San Diego's had a team.
Well, that's cool. Awesome.
So super cool arena. And we're also doing a giveaway for this San Diego Clippers. So on our Instagram, if you guys do not follow us on Instagram, make sure you go check out North County _SD. And we're doing a little raffle on there. You might have to go, scroll back a week or two to find it on there. But if you comment and follow and that sort of thing, you can be entered in to win 2 courtside seats.
Which is awesome. That's so fun.
For any game for the rest of the season. So definitely check that out if you're interested. And we're going to announce the winner on March 9th, I think. When is that?
That's really soon.
Yeah. So
that is.
If you are interested, feel free to do that. Yeah. Okay. Now let's get into some news here. Again, we're trying to do this for about 30 minutes. And if you guys have questions, feel free to put it in the chat and we'll be happy to answer them for you. I cover everything. That's pretty good, right?
Yeah, no,
Solid.
that was just some things I was thinking about.
Screen. Okay.
I can think of lots of other things. I know we want to touch on the trash. We want to touch on
we love talking about trash.
The whole trash thing has people really riled up. We posted. There was a post on there. You keep doing what you're doing. Okay. And people really responded on Instagram.
Yes,
people had a lot of opinions, and it sounds like
people in San Diego do have pretty strong opinions about things. So
trash, especially.
Okay, so first, a few restaurant openings and closings, especially ones that are close to us in our area. Bamboo, Pho, and Sushi over Torrey. I always say pho.
I don't know because it looks like pho, but it is pho. Like it's fun.
I think we might have talked about this last week.
Yeah, we did because you said pho.
So that opened in Torrey Highlands last week, and I got to try it for the first time. And I was actually really liked it.
Okay,
I only really went the sushi route on this one. I didn't go pho, but sushi was very good. Apparently, they owned another restaurant over in Forest Ranch, and they opened this location.
I'm gonna have to get over there because pho is like my husband's favorite thing. Yes. Oh my God. Okay. He's secretly inside. He's like an 80-year-old man. He loves any soup.
It's not so secret. I feel like
okay. He loves like a soup and sandwich combo. He loves.
I like a soup and sandwich.
He loves ramen. He loves pho. He loves like spicy. He loves all the toppings.
You don't love it?
I do, but I guess for me, not as much as he does. I find like soup. It's like really filling. It's like so much liquid.
Yeah, on
it's
a
like
cold day, like
on a cold day, I would love it. But I want to mention because do they have poke bowls?
They do. We actually got a poke bowl.
Wonderful. I wanted to bring that up because that's like your favorite.
Well, then we had a poke place over here and that closed down. So that's I'm glad they were carrying poke.
Great. There. And the sushi was good?
Yeah, it was good.
Nice. Yeah, okay, I love it. So that's
my wife and her friend are going on Thursday as well. So.
Oh, nice. Okay. Tomorrow.
Yes, tomorrow. Thursday. Today is Wednesday.
Today's Wednesday.
Okay. Next, we'll go for a few things. Crack Shack, another Crack Shack location open in Pacific Beach, which I don't get down to PB very often these days.
I feel like that's a good fit.
So yes, Shack. I'm surprised they have not had one there sooner.
I know.
Apparently, this was like 3 years in the making. They finally made
okay.
It,
so. How many? That's a 5th location for Crack Shack, and Crack Shack is which chef is that?
Oh, I forget.
Wait, is it? Yes, it's the Richard Blais.
Blais.
Love Richard Blais. Richard Blais. I watched him since he was on Top Chef, like 18 years ago. He was a contestant on Top Chef, and he was amazing. And I find all of his stuff really interesting. Crack Shack.
So
yes, that's right.
There might be one going to the airport. Did I hear that? I'm not sure.
I don't know, but the food there is delicious. It's good.
Okay, we'll go quickly through the food ones just so we don't have to. Breakfast Republic. There's one just closed down in Pacific Highland Ranch not too long ago. Yep. Now the next one is closing down in La Jolla.
Yeah.
So
I'm not that upset about it.
I really liked Breakfast Republic. I feel like when it first opened, it was kind of cool and and trendy.
Yeah, but, they had those egg chairs. It was cute.
You know,
I just always found the service to be really slow. I think the food is good, but it's like not that good for the prices.
Well, the Publix might seem to agree with you as they are closing down another location. Another closing you may or may not have heard in the near future. Red Robin.
Yum.
Is closing,
that makes me
potentially
so
closing
sad.
70 restaurants. I remember this when I was in high school. Red Robin was a very popular restaurant to attend.
I actually like Red Robin. I love those bottomless fries that they have. Those steak fries, those are delicious. I feel like I'm seeing a lot of these
like classic chains,
the classic chains that have been around.
Hooters
we talked about
potentially
Hooters.
closing. There's two left in San Diego.
However you feel about Hooters, whether you're divided about Hooters, that is sort of like an American institution.
Red Robin's been around, like the Applebee's, the
TGI Friday,
all those places.
I think.
So is this the death of all the?
No, you know what? Chains? I just think some of them are doing better than others with their marketing. I mean, you look at like Chili's. Chili's is doing. They do that 3-for deal. Chili's. I know you're not on.
Chili's?
There's one right in Carmel Mountain Ranch.
Oh,
no, it's not really Carmel. It's right by Yanni's and the hotel over there. Scripps Poway Parkway is the closest one to us. And I'm sorry, but like TikTok. I know you're not on TikTok. I'm on TikTok.
I have a TikTok account.
Okay, well, I'm on TikTok and they're always on there talking about the Chili's 3-for deal. And they're like a margarita and the boneless wings and the mozzarella sticks and a yap. I don't know. It's a good deal. It's a really good deal, whatever it is. And it's like all the delicious appetizers that you want to eat and a margarita. and they are selling it on social media.
So they do a good job of social media.
I think so, and they're like tapping into the younger generation, like people who weren't even around when like Chili's and Applebee's first came out, and they're like, hey, you like apps? You like to yap with your friends and eat your appetizers? We've got all of that for you.
Maybe they should go hire the same person that does
the marketing for them. Red Robin has no presence on TikTok. I know that.
You've looked for it, I guess. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Next one. Oh, this is not food related, but I thought this was kind of a cool thing. And apparently this is throughout the country.
Yeah.
Have you heard of
No, I haven't, but before? No, but I've
heard from other people throughout the country that this is actually super popular, and I'm not sure if it's been in San Diego before, or just came, but they're doing these secret comedy shows where the area or the city that it's in, but you don't know what location it's at until the day of the event.
Yeah.
So they're doing a bunch of these throughout San Diego, especially North County. This one's downtown, Ocean Beach, North County, Carlsbad, Scripps Ranch, La Jolla.
So the general location.
Apparently they've gotten some pretty good comedians to do it, but you don't know who the comedian is and you don't know the location, which makes me a little nervous because have you ever gone to a bad comedy show when the comedian's not that fun? And these are very small venues.
So that comedian's looking right at you.
If you're not, in a big venue, you can kind of hide, and if it's bad, you're like, okay, let's just put your head down.
I'm not really laughing.
In a small venue, the comedian's bad. It can be
they're looking right at you. Yes. They could literally talk to you. They could heckle you.
So I thought that was an interesting thing. So if you guys have ever done the Don't Tell Comedy, tour, I guess you could call these things, let me know. Because there are some of these are pretty close, like Scripps Ranch. Have you ever been to a comedy show in Scripps Ranch?
No. Where would you even go in Scripps Ranch?
I think what would they use as different venues?
But it clarifies here that it's an outdoor location.
Oh, no drink. No, it says no outside food.
Yeah, but it says outdoor location.
Oh, outdoor location.
Yeah, so
Scripps Ranch.
It'll clarify whether it's an outdoor location or an indoor location. That obviously expands the possibilities.
And some of them you can bring your own food and drink to it, so you can save a little bit of money that way. So I don't know. It's an interesting idea. I'm curious to see if anybody's ever done it. Okay. This one, I don't know if we talked about this last week, but Elton John, who supposedly retired last year, is coming back for a charity event in San Diego for the Cure Bound. Is this through Radies? Is that what it's through? I forget what this is through. I'm not sure. I think it's cancer research or something here in San Diego. So last year they had Ed Sheeran. I think they had Alicia Keys the year before.
Wow.
So they get some pretty big people for this. And
she lives here.
Everyone thought this was Elton John's farewell tour, but you have one more chance to say
it's here. And it's only here, and that's it.
Last year was Rady Shell, which I thought was a super cool venue. But this year it's at Petco Park, because I guess.
Which is also cool.
And I was looking into tickets for this. It is pretty pricey.
Yeah.
It's all like $300 for like an okay seat in the house there.
For like the nosebleeds. And then it goes up into the thousands if you want.
For the VIP experience.
VIP or suite.
But it is for a cause. Yeah. So if you have an extra $1,000.
That's right. And you feel like you're a huge Elton John fan, or you just want to see something that'll be like a historical event.
Again, this could be one of the last times to see him. Supposedly we already saw this last time until he comes back.
So he's got bills to pay and he comes back around.
Okay. This one, I just thought this was an interesting one. There's a San Diego-based airplane building company. So I'm not sure what you call it. Is trying to change the way airplanes will look and be more, I guess, energy efficient sort of thing, how they build it, and you can fit more people on it. So this is the look of the new planes that they are building, and this is a San Diego based company. It is a tortilla chip.
Yeah.
Doritos should
cool. They show. Oh my god, no.
So I thought that was pretty cool, and it's in San Diego. I was going to do a reel on this in the future, but I just wanted to share that real fast.
Yeah, it's very cool. Brought to you by Doritos Locos.
That's right. Okay, cool. Now we'll get more into what's going on in affecting us as San Diegans here in San Diego. San Diego raises many fees, services, nearly 20%, adds new charges. So this just San Diego City Council just approved these changes where things in San Diego are get a lot more expensive, specifically city pools.
Yeah.
If you ever need a police officer to manage an event,
I did talk about this. I talked about that exactly. Like people who had, but this is great. It just passed. Yeah. So I think I must have been talking about it when it was just the possibility.
Yes.
And now now they voted,
and it happened. I think they voted either unanimously or like 8-1 or something like that. So and everything's going up to 20%. So if you want to go fishing, the permit for there would be fishing.
Yes, that's right.
They were going to make parking meter expiration ones go more expensive, but that was actually taken out.
So, and what I was reading was that this could be a real, this is a real bummer for like nonprofits that are hosting events, and they need the space, they need the building where they're actually hosting it, they need security. All of those fees would
I think they were talking about
increasing.
exempting certain things like that in there, but I don't know if that was actually voted on or not. So
I would hope so. I mean, those are.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of
know,
these things won't affect us directly, but if you're going to an event that has these things,
Yeah.
they will likely increase either
The-
parking or
right,
the
yeah.
ticket prices or
The
whatever
cost,
it is.
sure.
So I'm sure that we will all see a little.
Man,
It's just
things
another thing we have
just
to
getting more and more
expensive by the
expensive.
day. And then this does not even count. So the reason for all these raises, I mean, there's probably many reasons, but there's a $250 million budget deficit
Yeah.
that they're trying to make up. And this will help, I think, alleviate $25 million per year. And they also voted that they
Okay.
said it could only raise these things every 3 years. Now they
Mhm.
changed that to every year
Ooh,
if they wanted to. I
yeah,
guess.
right.
And this
Well,
does not count the trash issue. I know we're going to get back to trash.
the
So
trash.
if you live in San Diego City in a single family home, then you would not pay trash directly. It would usually get paid through like the general fund, through property tax,
Right.
and that sort of thing. But now you will still pay your general fund property taxes. That's not going down. You'll have add in a monthly trash bill that
Yes.
could be around $50 per month.
Could be like 53. We're
Starting point, and then raise it every
aiming
year.
to get it down to 23, right?
Yeah, they want
That's a proposed. That's what people would like it
Yes.
to be. If we're going to be charged for trash, they're saying
I think 23 is a much more
palatable.
palatable.
Jinx.
Jinx
Yep.
again.
It is. It is. And so I believe they just had their little town hall meeting
Yes.
about this. And
They had one. They're doing them in different places throughout. I think
Yeah.
they just did one in Penasquitos
Yes.
or in Pacific Island Ranch soon. So there's a whole list online you can check out. So
Yeah.
if you are, then how can we avoid this from happening? What was the thing they're going to send out in an email to everybody?
Oh, no, not an email. This is going to be paper mail,
Paper mail.
sent to each residence that would be affected by this increase. You need to respond to that piece of paper.
I know we
So
all
you
check
need to
our mail
send
on a
it
regular
back
basis
in
here.
because that's where they'll be getting all of their numbers from. So if they get 50% of residents to oppose this,
Then they will not do it.
then
Or they'll lower it?
or they'll lower it. I'm
I
not
don't know.
positive on
Yeah.
that. I'm not positive on that, but I know that they need 50% in opposition.
So once this
obviously.
gets mailed out,
Yeah.
we should do a reel on this to let everybody know
Yeah,
that.
please send it back
Rescind
in.
this.
People just chucking that in the trash.
Yeah, which I was still a little shocked that this got passed in the first place. But,
Yeah.
you know.
Well,
Okay. San Diego so we talked about this, I think, 2 weeks ago, rolls back the ADU incentive plan. So this is
Mhm.
just the bonus plan where you can pretty much build as many ADUs as possible.
yeah.
Then they went back again to city council yesterday, I think it was, and they rolled that back saying that you don't get unlimited amount of ADUs. They're
Right.
still going to allow ADUs to be built. Just you can't just have 37 houses in your
ADUs,
backyard.
right?
So,
right.
which I think is a reasonable thing to
I think
add.
so, too.
As you
I
can see
think
from this
so,
photo,
too.
this is like little apartment buildings in this
Yeah.
person's backyard.
So that one looks like 8, but it's actually like 16 because
Yeah, because there's
they're
multiple
stacked.
in each building.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
I'm okay with that one. I think.
You're okay with that one?
Yeah, I mean,
Dude.
I'm okay with them not being.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
I thought you were saying
I'm
you're
them
okay with
pulling it
this
back.
specifically.
No.
Like, yeah, 16 in the backyard.
Definitely
That looks
not.
good.
That
No,
does not look.
that
good.
would be, I don't know how
I
I
would
would
go down
even
and look at where this is and see it from the
feel
street.
if I was the neighbor there.
I think
and
it's Claremont. I think it was. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Almayo Avenue in Claremont. Okay, so now let's get into a little real estate news. After all, we are
Yeah.
real estate agents here. And if you guys have any questions about anything we talked about or stuff that is going on in the real estate market, feel free to put it in the comments and we will get to you.
Mhm.
Okay. Home price growth slows as mortgage rates dip to lowest level in over 2 months. So the good thing, I mean, home prices here in San Diego actually have gone up a little bit, and the housing market has definitely picked up. It was pretty slow in like October, November, December.
Mhm.
People don't list houses very often. It's just
Not
people don't move as
Seasonal.
much
Yeah.
because holidays, all that good stuff.
Right.
But in the recent months, or actually the last 2 months, really, more houses are hitting the market, more buyers out there, which is pretty typical for this time of year. But it's other parts of the country that it has not been as good, as you could say.
Ooh, yes.
If you've heard anything that's going on in Florida recently,
Yes.
housing inventory in Florida just hit the highest level on record. And if you know anything
Yes.
about supply and demand, typically, if you have the most inventory ever, it can affect home prices. A little
Right.
bit.
So Florida has a little bit of the same issues that we have here in California, but our markets are looking a little bit different.
Sure.
Florida is having issues with homeowners insurance, as
It's a big one.
are we. They obviously have lots of weather-related events.
Hurricanes. Not as much fires.
They've got sinkholes. They've got, not as many fires, but they are definitely having issues with people being able to secure homeowners insurance, as we are as well in California. But it is definitely affecting Florida. Many more houses on the market, sitting stagnant for months at a time, not moving.
So if you're looking for a good deal on houses, you might want to check out Florida, just because they are, when you have that much inventory, you can see the chart here. This is the highest market's ever been. So
yes,
172,000, and the previous peak looks like it was like right around here.
Yes, and this
which was 166,000 2019. That was
not just
pre-pandemic,
and not just one county, or I mean, this is kind of widespread over many counties.
Let's see.
So
year-over-year change in active listings. Look at this. Cape Coral's 24% up, 27% Fort Lauderdale, Naples, Florida, 28%. So yeah, it's quite a bit.
Yeah. What else do you think is contributing to that? I mean,
it's Florida.
It's Florida.
No, I'm kidding. My brother lives in Florida.
Yeah.
Shout out to Tampa, Florida. Real estate is like cyclical. So things go up, they go down, they go up and down again. Yep. So I see this as a buying opportunity, to be honest. I mean, if you're in Florida and you're looking for investment properties, maybe they're not at the bottom now, but it could be in the next 6 months or a year, that sort of thing. So it's something to keep an eye on. Obviously, I don't want a market to ever crash for people, just because it affects a lot of people and people could lose a lot of money. But
would you feel comfortable? I mean, would you feel comfortable with all the natural disasters and the insurance?
The natural disasters can happen anywhere. I would like to be able to get insurance on it for sure. That would obviously be, maybe I would research a little bit more where the safer places are to.
True. And I don't know that. I'm not an expert there. I don't know. Are you safer on the panhandle? Are you
or
safer
just in the middle, like
in the middle?
Like Disney, is that a safer place?
Yeah.
It sounds like it is, but I don't know.
But I don't know either. Right.
I know we have a regular Florida watcher on the channel here. So if you're in attendance here,
You're
let us know where the safest place is to buy in
Florida.
Because I don't know. He might not be here today.
Yeah.
Okay, so I thought that was interesting. Now let's look at some of the inventory in San Diego right now compared to like a Florida, because I thought that would be an interesting thing to compare.
Yeah.
So right now, this is on a monthly basis, last 3 years. So our inventory, am I on the right thing? Nope. I'm not.
Just charts.
Okay, so this is San Diego County. We're at 2.4 months supply of inventory. We kind of peaked around, let's see, this was in April 2023, which I'm actually surprised, 3.6. This is a per month basis. If you go to like a rolling 3 months, it's probably more accurate. So we're 2.2 months supply. So we're still pretty low compared to like the areas that we were seeing in Florida, which were probably at like 6% month supply of inventory, which is a lot.
Yeah.
Obviously, just the higher number, the more inventory there is. And then just looking at active listings here, you can see we're still down. The market's still going pretty strong here. So only 4,553. We hit a peak of, the last peak we had was back in October, which again, September to like December is typically when we see less buying activity. And once we get into the spring, there's more buyers out there. Inventory keeps coming on, but it doesn't keep up with demand usually.
Right. So I do feel like there are still occasionally bidding wars here. You still have multiple offers.
You don't see as many as you saw like in the heyday of COVID, but if it's priced correctly, you
never
still
going back to that.
It was not a real thing.
Hope.
I kind of blacked out during that time.
That was wild. But from what I was reading about the market in Florida, is they are not receiving multiple offers on many of those homes either. So
and I don't know this for a fact. Are they building more in Florida too than they are here? Building has not.
That's a great question. I'm not sure.
I guess it depends on the city, probably. But I don't know that for a fact. So
that's a great question.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Okay, this is just some individual neighborhoods. And again, if you guys have any questions, feel free to put it in the chat. This is Carlsbad. You see the inventory is down. I mean, it's very small sample size. 14
I don't even know how you can read that.
And 9, 35% down inventory here. And home prices are down. This is such a small sample size. That's probably not the best example. Here we go. This one is 9209 Carlsbad. I got great vision.
You must have great vision. That is so.
Can I zoom in this? There we go.
Oh, thank you. Bless you. I was like, wow.
Inventory down 19% here from this time last year. 31 listings versus 25. So not a ton. And prices are up 1.8% for the month of February. And 5% for year to date compared to last year. This one is, can I zoom on these more? Let's see, so people can read
Thank
them.
you.
Is that better?
Yes, it
Got
is.
Great. Inventory in 92127, which
West.
is that's
like
basically
4S Ranch,
Del Sur,
Del
4S.
Sur.
Up 17%. So actually more action going up there. Median sales price up 11.8% compared to this time last year. And overall year to date up 19% compared to this time last year.
Yeah.
Excuse me. And then a couple other ones here. Zoom in.
Carmel Valley.
Carmel Valley up 52%, up so 23 listings last year compared to 35 listings this year. So if you're in Carmel Valley, you'll have more choices this year, which could end up leveling out the prices a little bit. And then home prices compared to this time last year actually down slightly, 0.9%. That's interesting. Hey, Carmel Valley is starting to level out a little bit as far as prices go. Okay, another one here. This is the 92129s where we reside.
PQ.
So inventory is actually down compared to this time last year. So 2024, 19 listings. Oh no, it went up 10%. Sorry. 21 this year. So relatively the same, 10% increase. And then home prices down slightly compared to this time last year, 1.8%. Year to date, up 4.7%.
No, I know you didn't. I would be curious as to see the median home prices in Florida as well.
I know. We should have.
And I didn't.
We'll talk about that next
maybe
week.
We'll talk about that next week.
Because I'd be interested how much. I mean, the numbers might not show the effects. Sometimes it takes a few months for you to kind of see the effects of the high inventory. How long has the inventory been high in Florida? I don't know.
I thought it was just a couple months.
Okay.
There. Yeah.
So maybe like another 3 months from now, we'll actually see some of the residual effects of that. Okay, and then this one is Escondido. I don't know why I picked Escondido East, but exactly the same inventory, 30 to 30. Prices down a little bit, 6.3%, and on the year, 5.8%. So if you have any specific neighborhoods you want me to check out, feel free to put it in the chat, or if this is on a replay, I can also respond to you there as well. So we're just about at the 30-minute mark. If you guys have any questions, feel free to put it in the chat. Otherwise, we will try to catch you guys next week. And if you guys prefer a different time for this YouTube live, potentially later in the afternoon, like 3 or 4 o'clock, so more people could tune in, we might try to adjust accordingly. But right now, it's kind of easy for us to do at noon on a Wednesday. So I guess that's it. Can you show here? Whoops. We have one question here. 92111. What is 9211? Do we know what that one is? I can check 1 second.
I don't.
92.
Chula Vista? No.
1 second. Oh, Linda Vista.
Linda Vista. Okay.
There we go. So Linda Vista, is this still up on the screen? I think it is. So inventory down a little bit, 8.7%, but median home price up $8.2% to 115. So Linda Vista actually was one of the highest appreciation towns in San Diego this past year. So if you are in Linda Vista, you are sitting pretty good at the moment. Yep. So there is that. And then year to date, they're up 7.1%. Yeah, so that was one of the bigger increases. I think Linda Vista, Bonita was really up this year or compared to last year. Carmel Valley, I think Del Sur was up a lot too.
I feel like Del Sur holds pretty steady.
Yeah. They dipped a little bit in the end of 2022, but then just kind of rebounded again.
Wow,
from there,
you just pulled that stat right out of there. Whoa.
I read a lot of stats. So awesome. Thank you. I follow you guys all the time. Good to hear. Thanks.
Yay.
Okay, so I think that's it. Any last thoughts you have for the people of San Diego or beyond?
Not hunker down for this rain that we have coming if it's really going to arrive. And remember that if you have kids, and we get rain so infrequently here that it's just a fun little rainy day celebration. Yeah.
Does anybody else do anything like that? Oh, what was I? Someone just told me about something that was coming up, food related, that was free if you had something.
Free food?
Free for like a 1 day thing.
Oh.
I think it was like Tony Pepperoni's was doing like a free pizza day or something like that.
That's fun.
But I forget what it is.
Exactly. Oh, if it's pizza related, I imagine.
That's why I knew about it.
You do know about it.
Okay, well, that is our show for this week. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. And if you're ever thinking about buying or selling in San Diego, please contact us. Yes. We would love to help you guys out. Love to help you out. Thanks for watching and catch us next time. Bye. Bye.